Let's explore Cobra Pose. We're going to do the baby cobra and then the full cobra. In Sanskrit, Bhujangasana. And every pose has such a range of benefits, and there are also certain contraindications for every pose. But remember, if you are aware that each pose has a great spectrum of possibilities, we can move millimeters or so many centimeters, and often we can adjust the pose and get a lot of benefits rather than just thinking, no, I can't do it. But general contraindications for Cobra poses are certainly for many women at times in pregnancy they wouldn't do it, and there are issues if you've got lower back issues, if you've got issues related to the abdomen. Of course, you need to be very mindful. Bearing that in mind, let's get into it. And in terms of benefits, wow, so many benefits. Very strengthening for our back. And when you come up and down nice and slowly, you're working both the front and your back of your body. So many benefits for internal organs. You open the chest. It's great for the lungs. A lot of benefits all around. Okay, let's do it. So we come onto our mats on our abdomen. And make sure you're as comfortable as you can be on your abdomen. First of all, lengthen your legs and just bring your forehead or chin to the mat. Rock the pelvis a little from side to side, lengthening your legs. And a simple way of really aligning is inhale, lift the right leg high, lengthen it at the end of the in-breath. Exhaling, move your right leg down, stabilize it there. And then do the same with the left leg, lifting it high in the in-breath, lengthening it, and then exhaling it down. See if your two wheels of the front foot on each left and right foot are nicely balanced. So you're moving energy down through those points, the base of the ball and the base of the little toe on the ball. You're moving down. So base of the big toe on the ball, base of the little toe, those 2 points are evenly balanced. So your feet are well aligned. And for most of us, our hips, ankles and knees are aligned. But if you want to tune more into the energetics of the pose, you can bring your legs together and the sides of the feet together. And just notice the difference when you bring your forehead to the mat, feel how your neck is long, and then when your chin is to the mat, notice there's a little scrunching. So just try and lengthen the spine and your neck before you bring the chin to the mat. And in the baby cobra, our arms are beside the body here, so elbows close to the chest, and fingers can spread. And when we come up in baby cobra, we just lift the chest, the abdomen and the pelvis stays on the mat. For all cobra poses, make sure you really feel stable and grounded with your pelvis. So the sense of lightly moving the pubic bone down, you'll feel your glutes start to lightly activate, and just keep them lightly activated. When you're ready, we'll come up and down with the breaths first of all. So as you inhale, start lifting from the lower spine, coming up, moving up, and keep your abdomen on the mat. Move your shoulder blades in and down. Just adjust the position of your elbows so they're nice and close to the chest. Your sternum's lifting. If your neck's comfortable, you're opening your throat. So in baby cobra, abdomen stays on the mat. Start energizing down and away through your palms and your forearms. And if it's a little too strong to stay up, you just exhale your way down. Totally relax for that brief moment at the end of the out breath, and then inhale, come up again. So you can come up and down with the breaths, or you can stay up in the pose. Feel energy moving from the fingertips down all the way through the forearms, through the elbows towards the feet. Energy's rising, lifting the torso, sternum's lifting. Feel those shoulder blades moving in and down, the sternum lifting. Draw your navel in and up. Keep that perineum engaged. Feet are grounded. And breathe easily. When it's time, you slowly exhale down Turn your right cheek to the mat, totally relax there, let go. And remember, you can always just come up and down with the breaths. If it seems too much to stay up in the pose, just rock your pelvis, soften your whole lower back, abdominal and pelvic area. And then if you're going to go into the full cobra, bring your forehead back to the midline, so feel that neck nice and long. Everything's still aligned from our foundation set up earlier on. And then when it's time, we start lifting on the in-breath. But this time in the full cobra, you come all the way up. So your abdomen lifts off the mat. Your pelvis is very grounded, but you lift the whole of the torso up. When you're ready, on an in-breath, come up vertebra by vertebra. Let your back do the work coming up. The hands aren't pushing away. Just adjust the position of those hands. Keep moving your shoulder blades down, your sternum lifting. If you find your shoulders are lifting to the ears, move those shoulder blades down. Using the strength of your back to keep lifting. You're opening up the front of the body. You lift that chin a little more if your neck's comfortable. Otherwise, if the neck's a bit tender, bring the chin a little more towards the midline. But otherwise, open, open, open. Keep opening up your upper body. Breathe nice, smooth, easeful breaths. Expand the lungs and really open on the in-breath. Exhale and ground through your foundation. When it is time to ease out of the pose, very slowly coming down. So your abdominals are working hard, they're supporting the slow movement down. When you come all the way down, arms beside the body, you might bring the left cheek to the mat and just rock the pelvis again, softening your lower back, your hips and pelvic region, as well as your abdomen. And if you feel you need to, just turn the other cheek and a little stretch for the neck as you're rocking. After we've done a strong back bend, normally we would counterpose. After a strong extension of the spine and opening, that is a back bend, it's normal that we do a forward bend of some sort of counterpose, so let's do it. We'll bring the hands towards the sides of the chest, forehead to the mat, slowly lift up into table pose, and then exhale into child. Move those sits bones down. Lengthen the spine here as you inhale. And once you've really lengthened the spine, I'll take you into a form of child, which is an excellent counterpose to any strong back bend. Hands come closer to the knees, elbows move out to the sides. Bring the chin to the sternum, curl your tailbone under, move your mid-spine directly back and press down and away through the forearms. And really counterpose fully. You're fully flexing your spine, pressing down and away through those forearms. Chin moving closer to the sternum, mid-spine moving directly back, tailbone tucked under. When you feel it's time, you can just gently relax fully. Take a breath or two in any other form of child. And as you start to feel ready, you can flow with your asana sequence, whatever posture is going to come next. But for the rest of us here, we're going to just come back to a comfortable seated position and make the most of it. Excellent poses to do, so strengthening. If you've ever had issues with your lower back, this is a really good practice to do, starting gently, not when your back is inflamed, but when you're on the recovery process, you start gently doing these poses, so good for your back. But a lot of benefits flow, and again, it's one of your basic poses that you want to become more and more at home with. Namaste.